it going, everybody? We just rolled into Jackson. We're just crossing the river now. We are almost to the truck. We figured we'd wait to film this until it was nice outside, because otherwise you couldn't see us. It looks like it's gonna be a pretty nice day. It's 40 degrees right now, and the sun just barely came out, so that's pretty promising. We are headed to the sporting club, so we'll show you that. And I can't remember how many yards, but that's the only one. It should be decent size, but
I'm gonna say 50.
50? Sweet. I haven't been there in a while. Jacob was the last one to pour it, so I guess it's the other half of Smalls. So we'll go get the truck started, warmed up, get some water, and we will be headed that way. Setup finally done. It's a little bit tight on the back end, so we moved ourselves around a little bit so we can get at least this outrigger out so we can move around this side. We need a little bit of dunnage for there, but that should be How's it going?
Good. Just doing a lift on these walls.
So you can see we have the trimming on, and they're stuffing it all the way in that wall. So I was gone, but Jacob got the pump all set up. We had a little plug on prime out. Came out with just a couple taps, and so far it's been running good. It's called the Snake River Sporting Club, and it's just that it's a sporting club, so it's got a golf course and a shooting range and things like that, and it's right over the Snake River, so you can see right here. I mean, the view is just gorgeous. So I'll actually walk over to the end so you can kind of see the view that this house is going to have. It's pretty cool. Let's see if I can get up there without falling through the snow. So this is the edge. When I get up to here, woo, again, I mean, look at that. It is just gorgeous. So you can kind of see in this job, I'll show on the ground, there's these massive footings that aren't really, there's a footing for the wall, but they have these giant pads. And in these pads, they have these big, they call them embeds. So this is just a big chunk of steel, and you can see it comes out to here, and it's got pieces of rebar, well, kind of like rebar, but steel underneath. So this is so that when they go to build this building, they can build the steel and have something to weld to. But you can see this footing, it goes all the way out to there, and there's another embed right there. Then in the wall, there's two more like that. Just massive. So if you come over here, woo, almost fell. More just huge footing with big boxes like that. So those aren't typical for a residential pour, but because Jackson has such huge expensive houses, that's just kind of what happens. They have to have that kind of engineering to be able to hold the giant house that goes on top of it. Okay, well, overall, I'd say that went as great as it could have. We're all done pouring. We sucked a bucket already. He's just getting in the truck to move it back to where we're washing out. Clean out should be pretty easy. Short life, or the mud has a very short life. So that's pretty great. So this is the final product that we never get to see.
Yeah, I think you guys need to bolt the time.
We just piece out after the fun part. So are you guys just putting in bolts?
Yep, and then I'm just making sure that they look good.
So those bolts are so that the framers can bolt there.
They're sill plate.
What do you call it?
Sill plate, hard plate.
There you go. Okay, well, what you think?
Pretty good job for being way out here. Truck turnaround was fast.
So we were just talking about how for the sporting club, typically jobs don't go super well just because you're, like he was saying, you're really far out. You deal with a lot of weird complications that you don't normally have to deal with on a job. And we didn't have any of those issues. I mean, mud was there with plenty of time. I guess the only thing that's kind of tricky is this bridge we're going under right now. They're very particular about height and everything. So they've actually had it closed for a long time.
A few inches.
Yeah, well, I know how much to give you. I'm out of room myself.
Have a good one.
Right out there in the river is where we think the drone is, so RIP, I guess. I looked for it, but I don't think it made it. Yeah, job went awesome. Crew was really fast, mud was on time. It was actually a little less yardage than they thought. So because of that, they didn't run short or anything.